You hold on because you care. You care about people, outcomes, the way things should have been. You care so deeply that it hurts when life doesn't move in the direction you imagined. And the tighter you hold, the more it slips away. You think control will save you, but control is what exhausts you. The truth is simple and hard. Peace doesn't come from holding on. It comes from learning to let go. You've spent years trying to manage every variable, every opinion, every possible mistake. You tell yourself you're being responsible, prepared, strong. But beneath that discipline is fear. Fear of loss, fear of uncertainty, fear that without control, everything will fall apart. Yet look closely. Even with all your control, things still fall apart. The weather changes, people change, plans dissolve. The more you resist, the more life resists back. Letting go isn't failure. It's maturity. It's the moment you realize that life was never yours to manage. It was only yours to meet. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." It sounds simple, but it is the hardest lesson you'll ever learn. The art of living lies in knowing the difference. You can't stop the storm. You can only stop yourself from fighting it. You can't force people to stay. You can only keep your heart open when they leave. You can't make outcomes obey you. You can only shape your intention and trust that it's enough. When you let go, you don't lose control. You regain it. You take back the energy you've been wasting on resistance and turn it into acceptance. You begin to notice how much time you've spent replaying old conversations, wishing things were different, expecting people to act according to your script. The mind that tries to rewrite the past never lives in the present. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. What hurts you most is not what happened, but what you keep telling yourself about what happened." The mind is a storyteller, and ego is its favorite character. It loves to dramatize loss, to play the victim, to search for control in memories that are already gone. But memories are echoes, not chains. You are free to step out of them at any time. Imagine the weight you'd lose if you simply released everything you cannot change. The apology that never came. The person who misunderstood you. The plan that failed. The version of yourself that never lived up to your own expectations. You've carried them long enough. They've taken more peace than they ever gave meaning. Letting go begins not with force, but with permission. Permission to stop fixing, to stop chasing, to stop performing for a world that will never be perfect. The world doesn't need your attention. It needs your presence. At first, surrender feels like defeat. The ego screams, "If I stop trying, I'll lose everything." But watch what happens when you loosen your grip. The world keeps turning, people keep breathing, and you start feeling light again. You realize control was never the source of safety. Awareness was. You begin to see that most pain is resistance disguised as care. You cared so much you forgot to breathe. You wanted things to go right so badly that you forgot life rarely moves in straight lines. The Stoics didn't avoid emotion. They allowed it to pass through them. They cried, loved, lost, and still accepted that nothing was ever theirs to own. Seneca said, "He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary." Anxiety is rehearsing tragedies that may never happen. Letting go is refusing to rehearse pain. You can plan, prepare, and still hold everything lightly. You can love deeply and still accept loss. That's not detachment. That's wisdom. Every moment offers two choices, tighten or trust. Tighten, and you feel smaller, heavier, older. Trust, and you open into something wider than fear. Life always rewards the open hand. You may wonder, how do you actually let go? It begins with awareness. When your thoughts spiral, simply notice them. Don't judge. Don't push them away. Say softly, "This is me trying to control again." Awareness interrupts the cycle. You can't let go of what you can't see. Next, practice acceptance in small ways. When plans change, instead of frustration, whisper, "Maybe this too is for me." When someone disappoints you, remind yourself, they're living their story, not mine. Acceptance doesn't mean liking everything. It means understanding that life doesn't owe you perfection. Finally, replace control with curiosity. When something unexpected happens, ask, "What is life trying to show me?" Every disruption hides a direction. Every ending hides a new start. You'll notice that life isn't against you. It's always teaching you. There will still be days when you relapse into control. Days when you overthink, overanalyze, and try to fix the unfixable. But those are reminders, not failures. Every time you notice your grip tightening, you can choose to soften again. That is the real practice. Not perfection, but returning. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Imagine living by that line. Imagine a day where people's moods don't infect yours, where delays don't steal your peace, where outcomes lose their power over your emotions. That day is possible, not because life changes, but because your relationship with it does. When you release the need to control, something beautiful happens. Gratitude returns. You start appreciating moments instead of managing them. The morning light, the sound of laughter, the quiet of night. They were always there, but you were too busy controlling to notice. Letting go makes you available to joy. Gratitude and control cannot coexist. Gratitude lives in the now. Control lives in the future. Gratitude says, "This is enough." Control says, "I'll relax when everything is perfect." But perfection never comes, so peace never stays. Letting go is also forgiveness in disguise. It's forgiving others for not meeting your expectations and forgiving yourself for believing you had to meet theirs. You stop demanding closure from people who never knew how to give it. You stop demanding apologies from the past. You stop demanding certainty from the future. You forgive because holding on costs too much energy. One day you'll understand that letting go is not about losing people or dreams. It's about releasing the illusion that they defined you. You are not your relationships, your successes, or your failures. You are the awareness that experiences them all. When you rest in that awareness, peace returns automatically. There is a quiet courage in surrender. It's not loud or dramatic. It's the simple decision to stop fighting reality. The Stoics called it amor fati, love of fate. To love what happens, not because it's easy, but because it's real. To greet life without resistance, like a wave meeting the shore. To say, "Yes, this too. Try it now." Think of something you're holding on to, a regret, a grudge, a what if. Picture it as a stone in your hand. Feel its weight. You've carried it so long you forgot it wasn't part of you. Now imagine opening your palm. The stone falls, the earth takes it. Nothing breaks, you breathe lighter. That's what letting go feels like. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet return to yourself. The world keeps teaching you this lesson until you learn it. Every disappointment whispers, "Release." Every loss says, "Trust." Every ending shows, you were never in control, only in participation. And when you finally accept that, life stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a dance. Control says, "I must lead." Peace says, "I can flow." Control tenses the body. Peace relaxes it. Control narrows vision. Peace widens it. You begin to see beauty in imperfection, lessons in chaos, love in unpredictability. There is power in letting things be. Power in allowing people to misunderstand you without explanation. Power in walking away without resentment. Power in choosing peace over performance. The strongest people are not those who can hold on longest. They're the ones who can let go first. When you stop chasing control, you start attracting freedom. Opportunities appear not because life changed, but because your energy did. Calm minds notice doors that anxious minds overlook. Letting go is not something you do once. It's something you practice every day. You'll fail often. You'll hold on again, tighten again, control again, but each time you'll remember quicker. You'll soften faster. You'll trust deeper. That's growth. And then one morning you'll wake up and realize the things that used to consume you don't matter anymore. The argument, the outcome, the image, they'll pass through you like wind through open hands. You'll still care, but differently, without clinging, without fear. That's real peace. Seneca wrote, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." Letting go means exactly that, to live today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. To meet life as it is, not as it was supposed to be. Every sunrise is a reset. Every breath is permission to start again. So breathe. You don't need to fix the past. You don't need to predict the future. You don't need to make everyone understand. You only need to be here, alive, aware, open. The art of letting go isn't a single act. It's a way of walking through life. With lighter steps, with fewer expectations, with more faith in the flow of things. The world won't always go your way, but peace will always be within reach if you stop chasing control and start practicing acceptance. You are not meant to hold everything. You are meant to hold what's yours and trust the rest to life. You are not meant to win every battle. You are meant to learn when to surrender. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means giving back to the rhythm that has carried you since the day you were born. It means remembering that nothing truly yours can ever be lost, and nothing lost was ever truly yours. And when you finally understand that, you'll stop grasping and start living. You'll stop fearing endings and start seeing them as openings. You'll stop waiting for peace and realize it was here, beneath all the noise, all along. Because the truth is, peace isn't something you earn by fixing the world. It's what appears when you stop trying to. So today, let go. Not with anger, not with sadness, just with understanding. Let go of who you were supposed to be. Let go of how life was supposed to go. Let go of what others think. Let go, not to lose, but to live. You can't control everything, but you can always control this: your choice to release, to trust, and to breathe. That is the art of letting go.